Cassava peels are byproducts of cassava processing, recognized as a potential feed resource but wasted, constituting a major environmental nuisance within and around processing centres due to drying constraints. Traditionally, drying is done on bare floor over a period of 2 to 3 days in the dry season to get a marketable product. Peels dried in this manner are not marketed at their potential prices due to quality concerns relating to contamination by aflatoxins, as well as poor storability due to improper drying. As a result, farmers and the feed industry do not have access to processed peels of desired quality in sufficient quantities. In 2015, CGIAR scientists, working in its research programs on roots, tubers and bananas, humid tropics, and livestock and fish, developed an innovative processing method that reduces drying time to 6 to 8 hours, yielding high-quality products that could be used to feed ruminants and monogastrics. There is every indication that processed peels of high quality are in great demand from the feed industry. As such, this provides an opportunity to mitigate feed scarcity, while cassava peel processors who adopt the innovation are able to generate additional incomes. There is thus a potential to convert millions of tons of an environmental problem into a valuable resource for food production, and in doing so also create a new industry that offers new income and employment to participants in cassava processing, 80% of whom are women. This video explains how to achieve the best results from this innovation. Cassava peels used for processing should be free from contamination. Stumps, large woody tubers, soil and other foreign materials must be removed from peels before grating to protect the rasper from damage. Fresh cassava peels should always be used as stored peels begin to ferment and become soggy and slippery, which makes them difficult to grate. Once sorted, the peels are grated to reduce the particle size to facilitate dewatering and drying. Peels are harder to grate than tubers, so they have to be grated 3 times to achieve the desired size. Grated peels must then be packed in plastic woven bags in small quantities of 8 to 12 kilograms. The bags are then folded halfway and neatly stacked one above the other in a metal frame for pressing. A desirable stacking height leaves sufficient room for inserting a hydraulic jack. Wooden planks, which ensure the uniform distribution of pressure, are used to separate the stacked bags and the hydraulic jack. Application of pressure through the jack results in rapid water loss. Dewatering results in water loss of almost 50% by weight of the starting material. Pressed bags are then allowed to stand overnight to ferment. The result is an intermediate product, the cassava peel cake, with a 38 to 42% moisture content. Wet cassava peel cake can be fed as is to cattle, sheep, goats and pigs. It can be stored for 7 days without spoiling and thus can be transported and marketed over long distances within that period. To produce dried mash, the intermediate cassava peel cake is loosened by grating to improve the granularity of the material and improve its flow through a sieve. Sieving separates the loosened cake into a fine fraction, lower in fibre, higher in energy content, from a coarse fraction, higher in fibre, lower in energy content, resulting in fine and coarse mash. Processed mash is then dried for 6 to 8 hours by spreading on commonly available surfaces, for example concrete slabs and plastic or metal sheeting. On rainy days, the sieved material can be toasted in a metal pan. Once dried or toasted, the material should be between 10 to 12% moisture and can be bagged and stored for a period of 4 to 6 months without any spoilage. Flash drying is also an option in the industrial case. It is important to remember that all machines and processing areas must be kept clean. Hygienic conditions are imperative to prevent fungal contamination and ensure quality. 3 major, high-quality cassava peel products are created by this process. Wet cassava cake for cattle, sheep, goat and pig feed that has a shelf life of 1 week. Dried fine mash, which is suitable for poultry, pigs and fish. Dried coarse mash, also for cattle, sheep, goats and pigs. The dried high-quality cassava peel mash products have a long shelf life of between 4 and 6 months. Processors can choose an appropriate drying option depending on weather conditions and the facilities available to them.